Bum, bum, bum. What is going on YouTube? My name is Badam here, and finally we actually have some decent matches we can start betting on again. I'm sorry for the lack of the betting videos. Honestly, what happened there was leading up to Cologne, which is ESL 1 Cologne right here. There was nothing. No top tier teams. There's a lot of tier 2, tier 3, and even tier 4 teams that just weren't even betting on. Yes, I made some money in there overall that I probably could have made one video off of maybe, but overall it just wasn't worth it. And you know, just to go out with making a video that was sort of half-assed is just something I didn't want to do there. But what we have here finally is some decent damn matches. Finally. So basically the main thing that we're going to be focusing on here is ESL 1 Cologne, which is going to be the huge event. It actually starts in was it like 9 hours? Yeah, 9 hours from now. It's going to be pretty fucking awesome. I took all the skins out of my inventory, so that's why there's nothing there. So overall, I'm just going to jump right into it. So Cologne is one of the biggest, if not the biggest, CSGO tournament of the year. So this is where either we're going to make a lot of money or we're going to lose a shit ton of money. Hopefully, you know, the first one, but you never fucking know. So overall, if you look at my inventory, it's just nothing really but red lines. I bought a bunch, made a bunch off of them, and just sort of built my inventory around it. I also have some keys because they're really convenient for betting. So basically what I'm going to be doing here is it's going to be... I don't know how to explain it. I've changed my betting style, so there is no such thing as a safe bet. I figured that out the hard way when I tried to vote on the safe bet and got my ass kicked and lost a shit ton of money because I was like, ooh, safe bet, I'll make $7 and lose a lot more, and they upset. So I started thinking and doing more research, and what I found out actually proves a point, and especially these fucking best ones here. So overall, if you look at this, and if I bet on Ninjas in Pajamas or NIP, who actually haven't really done anything in the last month because they've all been in boot camp. So they might show up or they might not. We don't know yet. And plus, it's their first game, the first event of the series. And hopefully I'll be awake in time to watch it. I think it starts at like 4 or 5 my time. I don't know. I have work tomorrow, but I still really want to watch it. So overall, what I'm going to go ahead and do is, so if I bet this on NIP, just a single unit here, I do it 87 cents for $4.86. Is that even worth it? It's the whole point of betting is to make money. That's not going to cut it. And so my last logic would be, well, they're the favorites, so let's just do this. Oh, and look at that. I'll make $13 for 75. That's just not fucking worth it. Guys, I'm sorry. That's just not worth it. When you can come over here, and for one singular dollar, you'll get 5 in return. These AKs are just about $5. So placing one, I get $26 back. Yes, I don't have the guaranteed chance of winning, but the odds are just a lot better. So you can win 7 of these or 6 of these in order to get 1 of these back. And I'd be willing to bet 6 times on the 15% underdog for a time to get even more than that back. That's just fine with me. And yes, it makes your like win-loss ratio look like ball sack. But really, why you shouldn't be focusing on that. What you should be focusing on is, are you making money or are you losing money? And this way, yes, I can lose pretty easily. Like, that's an absolute possibility, but I'm making a lot more. Whereas this one, I have a more chance of winning, but is it worth it? Is it even worth me putting up a skin for 87 cents? And the answer is no. So that's why the betting that I'm going to do here today is mostly going to be on underdogs. The way this is going to work, and I actually do have a dedicated bot now, which is something you can do from CSGO Lounge. So while this is contacting my bot or whatever, making sure it's even on actually, you go to the donations page, and right here you bet you donate $2 essentially, and you get a dedicated bot. And this dedicated bot, when it decides to work, this is going to make me look really bad. There it is. Is going to basically outdo all the other bots because all the other ones are just like community based, so that's why there's such long queues. Whereas this one is I can just do this, throw it on there, and I'm sorry, this is going to be a little bit longer of the video because there's a lot to go over, and especially for Cologne, and I hope to get this out as soon as possible. And yeah, trade confirmation on. Don't judge, been hacked before, not a fun experience. Let me go ahead and confirm. And then overall, that's just what I'm going to do. So this is going to get confirmed out right now. We're good to go there. This is just some betting advice. Overall, these are going to be favoriting the overdogs a lot, which they're like, oh, bet on Nip. Not even worth it. It's just not. I'm sorry. So, yes, I would rather take a loss than win 86 cents. That's fine with me. That's the whole point, is you go big or you go home. And then this is actually not even going big because I have 10 AKs, so they're basically like a $50 inventory. I win one of these underdog bets, I literally get like 50% of my inventory. That's about it. That's pretty simple. Overall, for the next game, because I'm just going to go down the list, then I'll explain more as I go. Enemies for flip versus flip side. I don't think flip side have a chance whatsoever. I think Emians are going to win without a problem. The only thing about that is just the odds just don't even make sense. And it's to the point where, what the fuck? What the fuck? The fuck out of here. Anyway, I'm sorry about that. It's to this point where it's like, yeah, I could probably max bet on MB, get, you know, $12 in return. Still not worth it though. Like, especially in a best of one, but it's not to the point where I think they have a chance. Like, Flipside just don't have a chance. They're way too inconsistent. Envy's looking fucking dominant now with Kenny S and Apex. I don't think they have a chance. Overall, versus TSM versus Renegades, this could honestly go either way. I think TSM are just a way stronger team, though, and I think they're going to come out and win their pool. They're in Pool B. Or Pool... Shit, what pool are they in? No, they're in Pool A. Yeah, they're in Pool A with Nip. So I think they're gonna win their pool here. Overall, I might just make like a max bet on Emby, so that way as the matches go later on the day when I'm at work, I can just use my inventory. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out, and I'm gonna go ahead and update you guys as I go here. So for this game, for right now, I'm gonna skip unless I decide to place a bunch of skins on Emby, waiting for them to win, and then basically using those skins to bet throughout the day. Renegades versus TSM, I would say skip as well. TSM are just way too strong. If you wanted to, you can just put a couple skins that you want to use later on for the day for betting for TSM. I mean, if you have work or anything, so that way if you like use the your iPhone or your Android or anything like that, if you go to CS:GO, it'll let you do your return items without a problem. You're just gonna have a pain in the ass trying to do anything with your actual Steam inventory, because it's gonna make you do a lot of things, and it's actually really hard. And given how the dedicated bots are set up, you probably won't have time to do anything. Now for the next game, we have LG versus Kingwin. Kingwin, if you look at their match history, look pretty fucking dominant. But if you look at their match history, let me go to the game. That's not the right game. What? Okay, I don't know why I froze there. If you look at their match history, they just been destroying. But they almost lost to Space Soldiers, and they haven't beat a top tier team besides Mousesports. And that's because Mousesports threw. They threw because they did not give a single shit. Chris J the entire time was buying scouts and shotguns, and they just didn't care. And the sways. Never read this. Never ever read this ever, unless there's an actual description or a tweet. But this is a LAN, so you shouldn't have to focus on that at all. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to do another bet on LG here. It's not the best bet to do, because you're not making that much. I mean, the odds are a little bit bad, but overall it's sort of worth it. So I'm just going to do the bet. I'm not going to verify this one. I won't waste your guys' time with that. I'll ignore this quit shot arena. There's just something else going on. Your main focus right now should be Cologne. Everything about Cologne. That should be your biggest thing. That's just what it should be. Ignore everything else. Overall, next we'll have Fnatic versus eBattle. Fnatic are just too fucking good. They're just too good. I don't think eBattle will have a slight chance. I mean, overall, Fnatic, time and time again, have proven themselves. I don't think there's anything more that they have to prove, other than that they're fucking gods. I don't see anything else that they need to prove. I should probably have done all my bets beforehand, but then you wouldn't know who I pick, so it doesn't really matter there. So again, ignore these. I would say skip, just because it's not worth. I mean, that's the other thing that you have to look at, is when you're trying to do the underdog bets and you look at the odds, they look so good. Oh, okay, as I was saying, I'm sorry, the page glitched out. The odds look really decent. If I were to go ahead and place, just a random bet here, $43 in return, but I'm never making that back. And it's not to the point where I'm willing to get that chance. So for these, what I'd recommend, just because the odds are really good, is that's why I have these keys here, because I could just go ahead and be like, throw a key that's worth $2.58 and throw it and get $23 potentially. That I'm more willing to do, or like an ICB bet, which you don't know if that is. It's an inventory cleaning bet. So, for example, if I went back to the Fnatic e-battle game and I went to my returns, yeah, I only have 2 things in here. I don't give a shit about these skins, and if I win, I get $1.44. 16 cents for $1.44. That's pretty good. I don't know. I'm going to keep you guys posted in the description below what I'm going to do. Then you're going to have Virtus Pro versus Immunity. Again, Immunity just don't have a chance. I don't know how they're at 12%. I don't know why they're at 12%. The only thing is that Virtus Pro are known to drop one map at the first start of their game there, so I think that's why people are betting on Immunity. Overall, I would say skip. Just ignore it. Just pretend it doesn't exist. Now, here comes probably the biggest match, like the first one, because Mousesports are the Titans here, which means they've been to Cologne, they've proven themselves. Cloud9, while they are an amazing team, they are technically the underdog, because this is an American site, everyone's just like, Cloud9, Cloud9, which, don't get me wrong, Cloud9 are amazing players. I think their only win this match is Skadoodle, who's their main op, shows up, and if Sean Gears can call the shots. Otherwise, I think Gabi and Speedy and Chris J and Nex, because fuck, Nex is a god, are just going to take this match. So for this one, I don't know. I think Mousesports are going to win. I just don't know how much they're going to place yet, because it would be smart just to throw like one of these down. But the odds keep growing 50-50, so it's going to be up in the air, and it's still 14 hours from now, so it's still a lot of time for me to figure out what I want to do. I just want to point out all the options to you guys and what's going on right now. Titan versus Na'Vi. This is a little bit tricky as well. No, we haven't seen anything from Titan since they had their new team, so we don't know how well they're going to show up with Shox carrying them, or if Na'Vi is just going to come out and be like, we're here to win, and just destroy them. I mean, it's the group stages. Like, there's a little bit on the line, but it's not game ending overall, because there's 4 people in the group. 3 of them are going to move on. So, I don't know. I think Immunity are going to get knocked out. I think E-Battle are probably going to get knocked out. And this is the hardest pool, because it's VP, Immunity, Cloud9, and Mousesports. That fucking sucks. Like, when people are trying to compare and like the whole CSGO thing, I'll pull that up for you guys as well. No, I won't. It's going to be way too loud. And if you look at the CSGO like Pick'em challenge, there's who do you think is going to win the entire pool? This is the hardest pool right here to call. There's 3 tier 1 teams that can just go off at any time and probably just dominate. Like VP versus Cloud9, you've had some insane games. Mouse versus VP, you've had insane games. Cloud9 really haven't played Mousesports that much though, and I think that's what's gonna come down to, like, what the overall outcome is because Cloud9 focus on who they played before, because that's how they strat call. So I pull this up. They played twice. Both time Mousesports have won, and these have been both on the same day. I think the season 7 finale. It's just going to be really hard to call. Like, if you match these players up, Skadoodle is better than Chris J. Gabi is better than Sean Gears. Nex is better than Freakazoid. And then Shroud and Nothing are just both really amazing players. It's going to be such a tough map to call where I'm actually thinking about just skipping it, because I'm not entirely sure where it's going to play out. It's just that close. I think it's going to be a great match. I wish I could watch it. I'm kind of sad I won't be able to. Meh. But overall, what I'm thinking is just to do just an AK on mouse and just call it there. But I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just going to do it. I'm not going to do it in the video because that wasted way too much time last time. But my overall, what I'm going to do here is 1 AK Redline on CLG, which is about $5. So $5 on CLG. Envious, I'm probably going to max bet, in all honesty, just so I can have the skins throughout the rest of the day. Just have those in my inventory. TSM versus Renegades. I don't know. I'm probably just going to do like a key or something on Renegades just for the value. 1 key gets me $17 essentially. That's what I'll probably do. Kinguin, whatever, like, basically take whatever your inventory is. So if you have $100 inventory, your minimum bet should be $10. Yes, that seems a lot because that's 10% of your inventory, but that's how you're going to make the most money, and that's how you're going to capitalize the most on the games here. So yeah, just one tenth of your inventory basically on LG, on CLG, and then probably 1/10 of your inventory on mouse. So granted, that could be 30% of your inventory, but if you win, you're getting a lot more back that you can have before. I might honestly say do like a 5% of your inventory on Titan. So for me, that would be a key, because that would be 1 AK back. I think that's worth it, because that game's really close to call. And for this game too, it's just way too close to call. I might just throw a key on there. Overall, I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know. We'll see. Overall, I'll try to keep you guys updated on Twitter. I'll be at work though, just like I said. I'll have my Twitter link in the description. That way you guys all see my post. You can also see the post of when there was a fucking snake in our house this morning. Yeah. Fuck Arizona. Fuck snakes. That's not cool. And then overall, of course, as the matches get updated, we can go from there. I'm going to try to make a video tomorrow, hopefully before the next set of matches go out. If not, just follow me on Twitter and I'll update as soon as I possibly can there. Other than that, guys, bet at your own discretion. This is just the way I'm going to bet. Either it can go really well or it can go really wrong. I'm just not entirely sure. Overall, I know this method works, but I do know my safe method worked as well when I made about $50. It can just go either way. Obviously, betting's not safe. Use your own money how you'd want to. Don't just go off my advice because I'm telling you to. Thank you for watching. If you want more, please hit that subscribe button. And then like and comment of what you like more in the video, what you want me to edit out if you want it more concise, where it's like, recap, there, skip, there, like skip, there. Like, if you want it that way. I just don't know the best way to make this, and I think this is the best overall, where we can get everything explained out and just see what my method through is going through this. But overall, guys, thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.